Crisis averted. Korean church. Have talked to her ex-wife. Neil, anything new? Nope. Shit, I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never planned on letting her go? Talk to them. They assured me they own only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what, if you don't have her back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask the CDI for help. Okay, yeah, okay. That sounds good. Hey Neil, I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I miss talking to you these last few years. So sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. I just couldn't. It hurt. No, selfish that sounds, and it is. Sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always asked you to take care of Laura more, but sometimes I felt like doing it myself was easier than seeing you again and again. Let me give her a hug. I'll get home and catch some sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. The news when we get back home. Oops.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Here you are. Laura, what is it this time? I'm here to tell you that my boss is happy with how things went. Apart from you showing up unannounced. Don't pull something like that again, okay? What did you do tomorrow? None of your business. Tell me, I gave him to you. Yes, talk to him, but it looks like he doesn't know much. He says his boss ordered him to do it, and he and what the heck? He says his boss ordered him to do it, he what? It's like what? He says his boss ordered him to do it, and he doesn't know who's behind all of it. I have to rely on that backdoor to the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now. We need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack. It will only work if we have someone who is physically at the CDI computer at the time. New username 4x450. Let's type up that name. 4x458. Pop up and request admin privileges that you have to grant. Dora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't even know if my account can do that. I was afraid you would say that. I guess you will have to ask a system administrator to help you out. How do you think that will go? IT, can you help me invite some hackers into our network? There's someone on your team you can ask? Yeah, Saito. Someone who will believe you if you tell them you're doing the right thing? You know, you're talking about Saito. I can't, what if he says no? That's for you to figure out. You're a good talker. Force him if you have to. Once we're in, we won't have much time until we are kicked from the system automatically. We have mere seconds to navigate to the right folder. In order to make it in time, we need to have an idea where to find the data. For which, in turn, we will have to know what the data is about. That's your job to find out. Oh, is that sheet going that I sent you? I'm making progress, but I'm not sure if I have all the information I need. Then hurry up. Let us submit it by 1900 so we can start the hack. Okay. All you once we have sent me the sheet. Make sure you're on a CDI computer with your friend to let us in. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us at 11 tonight. I'm sending you in the corners to our meeting spots. A bit further out, so make sure to be on your way in time. If we get the data tonight, I promise you we'll have Laura back tomorrow. Be the last thing we ask of you. Am I supposed to believe you will let Laura go? You can't know. You gotta take my word for it. If I drag Saito into it and he tells anyone, I will lose my job. I'll probably go to prison. Throw me a bone. I need to know it should be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take a young life. Listen up to me. I keep saying that, but isn't it really? Do you have zero control over what happens? You can do something, please tell me it isn't all the same to you if she lives or dies. Do what I say and she'll live, okay? But what if things go south? If Saito won't help me, if we don't have the right folder? You keep dodging the question. Tell me human life has some value to you. It would end at some point, anyway. Oh, give me a break. Everything is so easy if nothing means anything. But you care about human life? What did you think would happen if you let more to us? So I supposed to put my daughter in harm's way instead? Whatever. The badge and gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There was only one person whose death I'm directly responsible for. And you know what? It fucks me up. It's been years and it still fucks me up. That's so. I was chasing down a perp in a car, lost control and crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot so quickly that she couldn't feel any pain or fear. That's what they said to me. They didn't put you away for it? No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world is better off without her. How would you classify yourselves then? Oh, definitely garbage. Do you agree that the world would be better off without most people in it? I don't agree. Human life has inherent value, and a bad person can always change. That's what I came here to say. Know what needs to be done. Laura? Oh, she is. Hey, Horace, how's it going? Buddy, have some food. Okay, let me get some more coffee. I'm gonna read the news and then move on. Yeah, let's see the news here. Escalation on Drovia. Let's see here. So, in the aftermath of Benny's death and the shocking announcement broadcast by his murderers, the situation on Drovia has come to a head. Large demonstrations and some violent clashes with security, some of which were allegedly instigated by Sabian front members, have rocked the colony over the past 24 hours. Multiple stores, most of them Garian owned, have been demolished and looted. Protesters were holding signs demanding Drovian self-governance. Others warned of repercussions for Garian murderers. In a statement this afternoon, Prime Minister Mara ordered the protesters to refrain from violence, but also assured them that the Gara would see severe consequences for what transpired. Meanwhile, Garian Sabian Council urged President Robertson to do everything in his power to prevent any further attacks and anything else that could escalate the situation. Sabians on Gara are fearing for their lives, the spokesman Ivan Broky said. We have heard many reports of people staying home instead of going to school or work because they are terrified. Gara's authorities and terrorism experts seem baffled by the Liberator's sudden emergence out of nowhere, says Professor Melissa Waylard, expert on political extremism at the Melina University. They did not emerge from an existing known movement, which is very rare and frankly strange. Nappy time. Chunky boy. Have you fed him too much?
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Do we know this though? Let's see here what we have. Dyson is one, because it's always the companies that have to do with Telanium. Hanalo, we haven't heard anything about. Milex, that was one of the petitions there. They on Gara, so no. Because I would think the company would be on Drovia. So going through that, it should be Telanium, Drovia, then it can only be Dyson. It should be Dyson, which was the first to pop up, and they are based in Drovia. Mining, specializing in Telanium. I think this should be it. Yeah, this we don't know yet. Yes, I think it's only must be Dyson. Abbott Dyson. I think it's only been in the news about him. The only other people we met was the two people from the other two. Dan Kim, but also plays in Gara. The other mining company was Grovian company Power Up, but that's not it. I don't know what the other person's name was for the other company. To me, this is just what yeah, but you have to consider that's just only because of their independence. He wanted that he was that. But he has still had to buy the titanium from the company on Drovia, and then buy it from them, because all mining that happens on that one had to be sold to another place, and then they have to buy it back, then make the stuff. Let's see if we can find it. It didn't save that. That conversation is not in the logs, though. Because here is the one we talked to the chief about. We have to go up and have a chat with the... Oh no, that's not it. Wait, that's... That was not it. Ah, here we go. Here it is. No, it was Dyson, was the other one. You see how he is Albert Dyson. It was here. Okay, with Benny dead, any real hope for Drovian independence goes out of the window, which means we maintain the status quo where you already have all you want. So it's like, So he was kind of like saying, no, we didn't gain anything from it. This is the important one, I think. The only aspect of Drovian independence you care about is your prospect of selling Titanium to whoever you want. The mining business is an important pillar of the system-wide economy. We talk to politicians sometimes. Traveled with Benny from Drovia. I mean, his company is in the list, but I just think it's Dyson. Plus, they are from Drovia. And it's all about Telenium. I might be wrong about it. But it might be Milex and the other guy. We try it. I mean, he might be wrong with it, so. You're wrong, you're wrong.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him, but maybe we could have a chat first, just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Hello. Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad, how can I help you? There's something I would like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. Insist. I tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. Well, I guess we'll find out eventually how it all ends, I guess. I've got a message. Breakfast. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, you just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be there for another hour or two. Taking coffee with our old Boston. Morning, Chief. Morning, Conrad. Campbell now. Right. You want to talk to me? I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay, you have my word. Nah, we have a half an hour, so... You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. Found out that the sniper shot at Banny from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. You identified the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. Couch potato? You found the sniper's boat in the harbor. Not my fault I'm sitting down being a couch potato, okay? Game wants me to. It helped us track him down and retrace his escape. He figured out what Benny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate on Joris Plaza. And you determined who had started Liberator's video at the ad spots. That's why we could go after more and Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? You question just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I have never met a bigger skeptic than you. That can also make your life harder if you want to climb the ranks of the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what it is they are trying to hide. But the data they are so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who is hiding something? The AG for sure, maybe just her. I think something happened back when she was director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database, some unauthorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you were trying to do, I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I had in a while. Thank you for meeting me. Oh damn, he saved our ass. In a way then. Because then the alert didn't go off on our little... using our login. So I think we did the correct thing and not to use the Gary's then. Oof. The old chief helped us. More than he knew.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you are part of, or even all of the Liberators. The big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Benny and to steal some data from the chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberator's message and to bomb the Korean church. If there is anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. I'm so sure of all that. Why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Sabian from Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. I think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society. Gara forces us to hand over all the fruit of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. The planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. That's how you see it. Why did you create an anti-Sabian, emancipation terrorist group? What the? What Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I provided just that. You read the news today. Drovian resistance against its oppressors has never been stronger. Well, you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimize to a Sabian revolution. Push public opinion on Drovia to a point where Possession war seems inevitable. They were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Benny and the summit? Joseph was in no position to change anything. The whole summit was a big dog and a pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. You want it, you take it. And the war is worth it for you, especially considering that Droby is unlikely to win it. The war is what it takes. We have to try. Besides, New Joran will take our side, if any. You know, I'm really not buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want, it doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are a prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting you would bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? Data I've been wanting to get my hands on. You have a look at it? Nope. Contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Sabians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Gara cited a charter that it had made it up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes of the disaster. So this is probably not gonna be the reason to it exploding, but it's gonna have something to do with the security. Or the CDI. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backwards Sabians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. The Sabian colony, the biggest Tulanium source in the system, free to trade with New Joran. Losing the Tulanium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who are we talking about? A number of politicians and other elites, and of course the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Emilia Fawn, she was director of the CDI at the time. Before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in the incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have to stay quiet for it to stay a secret for so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know, the chief, the director? Everybody involved is retired by now except Miss Fawn. But some people must know. There are records of it. They will see the light of day soon enough. You know what the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. You abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. Sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. Oh, how the heck are we gonna do this now, though? Okay, so we did pick correct with Dyson. Okay. I mean, I can't let him go. But if I arrest him, though, he can't pay. Trying to think which choice to do here. I just don't see that I can arrest him, because then he can't pay. Then our daughter is not gonna get released. I'm going with the first one. The mercenaries will free my daughter as soon as they get the money you promised them. I won't arrest you if you pay them now. It doesn't make much of a difference to me if you arrest me. I might have to do it sometime, but I have the best lawyers in the system. What I care about is that the data becomes public. Get it? The mercenaries will be paid. Once they send it over, it will get leaked even if I am in prison. I have people making sure of that. Doesn't matter what you care about, I want my daughter back. Pay them now. I will consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. Hit him in the knee. Come on, Neil. Mate. Well, he says they're gonna get paid anyway, even if he is in jail, so you take him. You're getting off the train with me at the next stop. Can't let you get away with this. But until we arrive, I have some final questions. Tell me. Why does Cox help you? Imagine bombing a church isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Abbott's parents were all friends of mine. The company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosion. Some people put the blame for the incident on them. Yeah. They're getting death threats and to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Gara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Watch out the plan, we're out of his wheelhouse. I see. What do you know about the people who took my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries and they run big operations in the whole solar system. You want a higher profile job done? You go to them. Where's the HQ and where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in public places. Or they come to you. I see. That's all for now. Get out to the next stop. I'll inform my colleagues that we are coming. I have no idea how this is gonna affect things. But let's hope he was true to his word that they will release the information anyway if they get the data, so. Hey Conrad, are you sure about this? I am. Alright then, good job. I got this. Gary wants to talk to you, he's inside. You're waiting here with us, Mr. Dyson. A little justice served. No, it's up. No news. No news. So Gary is in here, or is he up? Hello? This is Evelyn Moore. Did you find my husband? What is it? Did something happen to him? He didn't turn up. I was right, wasn't I? He's not working with the Liberators after all. We're looking into it. What's that supposed to mean? Did you find him at Korean Hotel or not? No, it's not a good time, okay? Promise to protect James if something happens to him. Please, our son needs a father. Let's talk about it later. Is he in here or... Yep, yes. Hey. Kid Conrad, you really found the mastermind behind the Liberators. Finally, some good news. I just hope this whole shit show is over now. Why did Dyson do it? Kind of a long story. He was trying to escalate the situation between our planets. I see. Let's talk about it in detail later. Did Dyson tell you what that second attack was about? He did. They were going to bomb a Korean church, but he called it off. Holy fuck. Okay. That was a bit of a pun in a way. Well, the most important thing is that we got him. That's a good start to my time as chief, isn't it? Well, acting chief, but yeah. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We'll go over everything later. What is that?
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberators case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Oops. Was något rätt som Iris för. Okay, sheet, the data. When the heck did it take? When the heck was it took place? Type it up. Here marks the 40th anniversary. Okay, it's 1800. And it should be Rovia. Where the heck is Saito at? Where is he? Here he's up there. If he's down then. Or over here. No. Not down there. I thought he would be in here, but that's not. It is him, but he wasn't colored in like usually, like they are. Hey, Saito. Hey, you're working late. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about. Of course. What's the matter? Saito, sorry. Sorry for what? Is everything all right? No, it's not my daughter. Laura was abducted and the people who took her want something from me. Need your help to get it for them. What? Laura was abducted? When? By whom? A group of mercenaries. Shit, I'm so sorry, Neil. What's the CDI's plan of action? CDI? What do you think those people would do if I told the CDI about it? Wait, you didn't tell anyone else at the CDI? No, look, we don't have much time. The mercenaries want me to help them get the data back that they stole from the chief. We managed to create a backdoor to the CDI network. They can briefly alter the access rights to the folder they want from the CDI database. But they won't be able to retrieve it. It can only be done from a local computer. That's where you come in. You're a sysadmin, right? You have to grant the request for access to a specific folder you're not usually able to see. You pull all the data from that folder to your local drive, put it on a stick and give it to me. They made it clear it was not to be sent over the web. Hey, listen, holy fuck. I bring them the data and then I get Laura back. Neil, you realize that you can't trust these people, right? Why are you so convinced that we hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher ups at the CDI for help. I don't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI would be able to track them down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes. If we don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her. I have an idea. Once they open up the folder after, I might be able to locate the source of the back door. We'll explain it to the others what's going on and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. We'll have Laura back before they find out what we never went through with the hack. If we do it that way, do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder? We won't need it. But if you can't trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing. Fine, I'll accept the data transfer either way. I'll delete it if I'm able to trace the hack. Oh, shit, man. Hello, Ali. Well, the agency is kind of corrupt, though. That's the problem, as with AG. Though. But yeah, no. We'll tell the CDI. Okay, you're right. Let's tell the CDI. Okay, good. I'm glad you agree. I'll find out what their location is, and then we call Gary. Where's his data anyway? Why do they want it? Not sure. I don't have time to explain. She's calling. Hey, Neil, I got to see it. Already on your end? Yep, we're ready. Good. We're searching that folder now. I'll tell you when we have access. Alright, there we are. We're good to go. Okay, I think Saito's retrieving the data. I got it. Good work. I see you at the handover. God damn, Neil. We got their location. Let's call Gary and the others. Thank you, Saito. Thank you so much. Call Gary and the others. We have to prepare the raid, and we have to do it quick. Hold on, one last thing. What is it? There's no time to lose. Did you pull the data? What does it matter? Give it to me. Why? I have the location here. We can go arrest them. You don't need it anymore. I did what you said, okay? I didn't go through with it. Please trust me. It's not a trick. I won't give the data to them. I just need to see what's on there. Please. Here, please don't do anything stupid. Thank you. Don't tell anyone, okay? Let's call Gary and the others. Oh, please. Oh. Let's see. I think I got their HQ. It's inside the industrial zone on the fringes of the city. Company registered there calls itself Rattlesnake Farming. Appears to be some sort of greenhouse. I assume it's just a front, maybe for money laundering. Still can't believe you didn't tell us earlier. What the hell were you thinking, Conrad? How much information did you feed them about the CDI and about our ongoing investigations? Those people are criminals of the worst kind. Have you forgotten your oath? You face serious charges for this, Conrad. Could you please leave him alone, Gary? He's got enough on his plate right now. Well, maybe he would be in a better position if he had told the CDI earlier. They would have shot Laura right away if they had caught wind of it. We all had training in hostage negotiation. I'm sure Neil followed it as best he could. I really don't care about that right now. Can you please focus on getting Laura out of there? I agree. We don't have time to waste. We should be at the headquarters within the next hour. That's not a lot of time. Let's go and gear up then. Actually, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be there, Neil. You're not trained in extraction like this, and I don't care if I get hurt. And more importantly, you're too close to the case. The risk that you do something irrational and endanger the whole operation is too high. I can't just stay here and wait. My daughter is in there. That's exactly the kind of attitude I'm worried about. I've been in contact with these people multiple times. They know me. Maybe I can convince them to cooperate. Listen now. There's no more time for discussion, Conrad. Corey, get yourself armor and gun. I have to call Kumar. Your call. Copy that. Don't leave without me. I'll come with you. You will? Okay, but leave me 30. Yeah, okay. Go to the roof. you doing, Ali?
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799 or 1800. Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Garian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Garians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system. My head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either. And some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Gara would send its ships, and New Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telenium, of course, if their side won. Hundreds might die, thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back. I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone. The data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me. My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I almost didn't hear the voice on the other end.
Dear Sweden? Depends what you're gonna work with. I would suggest you find a job that you want first. No matter when, see what countries you have jobs to apply for. See if you can get any of them. And then probably read up about countries. Because all countries have different things going for them and also the negative things about them. Reporter, this is Adrian Bowley with the Guardian Gazette. How can I help you? Hello? Are you there? Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. Oh, have information for you. Yeah, we go with that. Have information for you. Who is this? Can't tell you. I'm sending you a data package now. Is the right thing? It's flagged and will be quickly picked up and traced by authorities. Your computer might be bricked. Back it up to an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm that you understand what I just said. I understand. Good. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, look at it first. Please, I may not have a second chance to send it out. Did you get it all? Yeah, got it. Okay, it's in your hands now. Conrad. Gary? Huh? It's time. Let's go. Okay, coming. Oh, let's see. Will our daughter be alive or not? Did we do the right choice here or not? That's a question. Healthy lifestyle. Oh, we didn't smoke. Alright, agents, I just got a report from Nelson. Big greenhouse in front of us seems to be empty. However, the IR cameras picked up 12 targets in an underground facility hidden underneath. Scan for traps and explosive came back negative. Be careful regardless. Going in on my command. Watch your backs and keep a low profile. These guys are dangerous, most likely armed. Use of deadly force is authorized. Getting the hostage out alive and well is our number one priority. You all know what she looks like. Miller Johnson, you open up the front door. Once we're inside, we're looking for another door in the back. Watch out for hostiles from that point on. Yeah, let's go. Move on. Move. Gary? I appreciate you backing me up earlier. Thank you. After what you did, only right you would help us fix it now. Let's go get you, girl. Save Laura! Rattlesnake Farming, is what a name. Clear! Running in. Pew 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 pew! No? Oh, there's rattlesnakes in there. Robots. Targets ahead, open up and move in. 3 targets. TDI, drop your weapons. Drop them now. Take cover. Shit, that was loud. The rest of them will be waiting for us. May's been shot. Gordon, Flynn, provide first aid and see if we can get her out of the medics. Fuck. Ito, lock this room down. Keep an eye on these assholes. Get their guns and make sure they stay down. Someone comes through that door over there, you shoot. The rest of you keep moving. We can't give them any more time to prepare or get out. Follow me. Opening up.
In the final corridor, we passed by a large surgery room. I didn't think about it at the time, but that must have been where they had given Zora her new face and implanted Boyd's fake ID. The only thing I could think about was whether they'd moved Laura or done something to her the moment they'd heard us coming.
Cheers. Drop those guns or we will shoot. Who are you? What is this? TDI, put your weapons on the ground right now. Dad! Stay put, Laura. It's going to be alright. Give us a minute to talk it over, okay? I see. It's about to go. How about this? We hand her over to you and you never show your faces here again. Sounds fair? I don't think you understand. This facility is surrounded. It's over. The only option is to cooperate right now. Alright, we will cooperate. But we will kill the girl first. No! No? Then it sounds like you're getting everything you want. That's not how negotiations work. Shooting a shell would do nothing but worsen your prospect on trial. Come on, we both know I'm fucked regardless. We'll take you out if you make a wrong move. It doesn't have to be that way. What you're saying is our only chance is to fight. I'm sorry, Williams. What the fuck, Sora? Stop, find a warning. Please, Moon, put your gun away. Good, no, lie down. Go cuff them boys. Aww. Yeah, that was something surprising. Dad! It's over now, Laura. You're safe, alright? Alright. You okay? Did they hurt you? No, I'm not hurt. Get her out of here. Go. Let's go, Laura. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. With how we were telling her that's like she could make a difference. Well, glad she did. It was like a slow walk out for some reason.
And that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Garian history. Abbott Dyson has been charged with interplanetary terrorism, first-degree murder, and more that would put a normal person away for multiple lifetimes. Unfortunately, he is one of the world's most influential billionaires, and as it stands now, he isn't going to prison for more than a few years. It is rumored that he's putting someone else in charge of his company for the time being, and will be allowed back at his post after serving his sentence. With their mastermind unmasked, at least it's safe to say that the Liberators won't ever make another appearance. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Gara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it. The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Garian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Gyara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Garian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Cox when she realized who he was. She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy.
Well, maybe we have time with the family now. Maybe we get back to our ex-wife and
Laura is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I am free again, as free as I was before, but my life is forever changed. Catherine and I are dating again, however crazy that sounds. Things are so different now. The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Cool.
And finally, Zora. Easily the strangest person I've met in my life. Despite the terrible things she did, I'm grateful for her help when it really counted. It took the CDI a while to find out anything about her previous life. Turns out her name used to be Elizabeth Davis. She and her friend Boyd had been picked up by the mercenaries as teenagers on the run. Both of them came from affluent Garian families, and both had been reported missing, presumed dead. Zora will be brought before a judge this week, and I'll be there to make a statement. It might sound strange, but I hope she'll walk free again one day.
It was the ones going for the safe room in the beginning then.
Late in the evening, the lights are still there, ever unchanging, they shine unaware. The sea is above me, the sea is beneath, the waves that have.
Yeah, I can imagine that, because depending how you do, if you answer things wrong or not. The one I was worried about was the Dyson one.
In the end, we're out of love. Want to try again, but
I mean, we wouldn't have, if we had not given up the leaked the stuff to the press, for example,
it have mattered?
we would still be within CDI, I assume.
Is there a call?
We wouldn't be together with our ex-wife
Will
and
it
daughter.
return or
So yeah,
will it be love?
but that was a great story though. Liked it.
So we stand here.
Also, well done.
In the end, we're
Good story.
out of love. Want to try again, but the stars don't give a fuck. As we stand here, in the end, we lose it all. To the stars above and below, we must look so small.